So in this box I have all of the armor pieces for Zio, Shoto, fully painted. I did use some stickers of course for the faces, but everything else is painted. In this video everything is up to set number 6, which includes Zio, Geiz, Fourze, and of course all of the Heisei Rider armors. So I'm going to go through each of those armors, detailing which bits I painted, how I painted them, and which bits I just used these stickers and how I applied them. So that you can hopefully get a good experience out of these candy toys, because you know, despite their price point and their size, they can still look pretty good if you know what you're doing. There's a lot of trial and error with my stuff, so hopefully you can learn from my mistakes and make some better looking figures than me. Let's start off with Zio here. Now I've already talked about this in a different video, but I just want to make this video feel complete, so I'm just going to go through him again. So here's Zio. The entire black area has been sprayed with the Warhammer Chaos Black or whatever, the big black spray can, to give it that nice matte finish. You don't even have to apply a acrylic finish to it. It just looks that good. So if you want to do any sort of suits and just like not just Kamen Rider, but just like a suit design, spandex design, and you can just spray the Warhammer big black spray and just do that. It looks great. Pink there sticker, the shoes there sticker. I did put paint silver around there. It's not that bluish silver, whatever. And then the rest of him is painted. Now I've done some pink design paint there. That's a sticker. The fingers are all painted. As you see here with later hands, I painted it much better than what I have here. So I could definitely go back on that one. Add a little bit of the pink Gundam marker pen on the fingers and make it look better. The center piece there, that's silver, spray painted of course. Add a little bit more silver paint on the watch straps. Mask is the sticker sheet that I just got like a toothpick and just really scrub it in there. You want a blunt toothpick, not too sharp, because that will just break the sticker of course. But you can get the bumps just right. The sticker will look quite good on the eyes. On the back of the head, more silver paint there. The belt there is silver leaf spray plus a like metallic gun on top of that, just to give it a brighter shine. Bottom legs there, this is painted all over. And the shoulder pads have the black spray as well as this pink lining. I silver lined that first and then pink on top of silver as well. This bluish metallic color there, that's also got a silver underlining, and I dipped a bit of transparent purple and blue I believe to paint over that. And so yeah, there's Zio. The swords there, the first one there is done with that black spray and then I sprayed a matte over it, and looks okay in the beginning, but now not so much. I think a combination of sticker sheet and spray is the way forward. These are just black sprayed with metallic black, so it has a nice shine to it. If you do gun metal or gun shine, it'll be far too bright. And then I just got the stickers and really again rub it in with a blunt. I've done the same thing with the guns, metallic black plus stickers, and really scrub that in. I could probably go on the back there and add some more silver details on this pointy tip, but from this end it looks alright, so I'm quite happy with that. And I'm glad that the stickers actually split so they can apply pretty well on different levels of the gun, otherwise it gets pretty annoying. There are some weapons later that Geiz, and once again I have painted most of his other hands and they've turned out all relatively the same, so I'm quite happy with the original pair of hands I have there. Got a red Gundam marker pen and painted all over his base body. Of course, do be really careful with that because if it gets in the joints, it can crack them. There is a body that I did crack, so I have to be really careful with that, or else it'll just completely break and snap off. The belt there is all painted except for that center sticker where it says 206, I think it's 68, I forgot what year it comes from. Toothpick for the eyes and face. And if I was to go back, I would paint the neck black as well. I forgot to do that, so that's something I can go back and do. And stickers for the little watches, and yeah, just yellow paint and metallic red spray on the armor there with some more black, and just hand paint the silver and then the yellow on top of the silver because, you know, light color on light is better. So I sprayed the entire thing with silver leaf and the metallic red, and then painted in the black details afterwards. The yellow there was actually quite easy to do. It was just a blob of yellow there and then got a very thin black pen to fill in the gaps. So that was cool, and I thought it looked really great, you know, for my skills anyway. So that's that. But with later ones, I decided I didn't want to like spray the whole thing red and stuff. So what I did was I just got a white Gundam marker pen and fill in the blanks where I need to, and then paint it red on top of that. You can see here the red is much darker because this just wasn't enough paint to cover it all completely. But I still managed to do the yellow text right there, and it is painted on the other side roughly. Here's a look at another one where he's pulled it open. I think I need to put a little bit more red on that, but as of right now I'm happy with it. And then finally we have this one. This one's also from earlier paint, where the red's much brighter. So we've got some darker reds and some brighter reds, but overall I'm okay with both. I'm not too bothered. Spray painting the whole thing in red first and then painting black back on top of it. It does take quite like extra time, so I'm not too bothered with doing that again. Was it? It sounds so stupid. I'm not a big fan of this rider and his henshin noises, but whatever. The suit itself is pretty cool. Now this entire plastic was molded in the sort of silver plastic, and that doesn't look good at all. So spray the entire thing in silver leaf. And then after that, just go back in and add some metallic blue paint to go on these, and it looked kind of right. So just go over that. Just got a green marker pen, the green gun marker pen to go over all of the green details. And you see it's not great. It fills in the gaps and a little bit transparent on certain edges. So with this pen, you do want to wait for it to dry and then give it a second layer, and it'll look much better. As for these black areas, again, white marker pen and then green on top of that got the job done. The belt buckle driver there, spray paint that in also silver leaf, and then painting all the black details, and then filling the gaps with the green pen. The face there, I did just use the sticker again, but it does overlap a little bit and can get a little bit annoying, and is not that great compared to the faces from Geiz and CEO, because they're actually separated in extra stickers. But here, the eye there, the mouth piece there, I just fill in a bit of black paint there. So I think I did an okay job with this, not the best. This metallic blue there on the leg, I didn't want to use the sticker because there's the holes in here, and stickers would just get punched into those holes and just break over time. So yeah, I couldn't quite get the right blue in the beginning, but I mixed in some transparent like clear navy blue with some silver paint, mixed it a few times, and finally got something that's almost like what it should be, and use that for the hands as well. So I think it looks kind of like it, like, because the eye blue there is not right next to the hands and the legs, so it looks okay, but I think if you put these closer it might mess up just a little bit. But overall I'm quite pleased with this. As for the shoulder pads, the sticker there, I cut it around the black area, didn't want the edges, and so I was able to just run a black marker pen around the sticker to hide the cut a little bit, and of course I spray paint the whole thing with gloss, and that was able to cover up the cuttings quite well. So here he is. I think it looks quite good as a Shodo figure right now, so I'm definitely quite pleased. Metallic gun spray for these, and then white marker pen plus green for most of it. And this sticker sheet there, especially that blue one is flat, even though it's meant to be inside this hole. So got a pair of very sharp scissors and just cut that blue area out very carefully with tweezers, and again toothpick just to really push it into that gap. Same with this sticker as well, really push it in the gap. This sticker is slightly bigger than the hole there, so it can get a little bit annoying, so just really rub it in. And this one, these green areas, just rub that. So I did paint the green on the other side. So here we go. Kuuga armor. I'm not going to go through the details of every of the base. CO1, I'm just going to do it at once. And some of these bodies I did give it the matte, like black, the Warhammer black spray on some of the areas, but not all of them. This one here, I just added the silver details on the back as well, and the arms there. Applied the watch stickers, and fill in the rest of the silver on the arms. Belt is the same, silver leaf plus a bit of metallic gun metal on that. So on to the Kuuga armor. Shoulder pads, left that alone, that's it as is what it is. And these gauntlets there mask the hands, masking tape the hands, and then metallic gold on both sides, so there's gold on the inside, doesn't just cut off the color there. And then the red Gundam marker pen, I think works quite well. That marker pen is just great, like, it's just slightly transparent enough, whatever color underneath does show through a little, just a little bit, but the downside to that is it's very corrosive. Like, if you try to paint anything on top of that red, as soon as you spray any clear protective layer, it will shine back through. You have to clean that off with like paint thinner and stuff, and paint thinner can break the plastic, so you have to be really careful. So be really careful when you use that red marker pen, because when it gets somewhere, it gets stuck there. Chest plate, silver, there is just the sticker, and really rub that in. Next up we have Agito. The shoulder pads were already just in that gold color, so that was fine. So again, silver leaf on this, and then I masked over the rest of it, and then spray painted with the metallic gold, and just painted in the edges black. The piece here, these pieces, they were in like a grayish plastic, and they expect you to use grayish. Like, why you even use grayish plastic? They had black ones for Kuuga, but whatever. They were grayish plastic, so I just spray painted that with the Warhammer black. And then we have Agito, very simple. Ryuki gets a little bit more complicated. These pieces, leave them alone, they're already red, that's fine. Helmet, again, just the sticker sheets, but the scratching and scraping was a little bit hard to do with how his eyes are. Just spend more time on that and should be fine. Chest piece there kind of looks like Vice, to be honest. It's easy to get them mixed up if you don't look for the subtle details. Again, just silver leaf, red marker pen. Be very careful with that again, because it just gets all over the place. Like, it just fades through when you do a protective spray on that. And then these shoulder pads were already silver to begin with, so just red marker pen, gold marker pen around there. That was a little bit harder to do, just to get that round edge. And then get a little bit of gold in there for the eyes, which I still messed up just a little bit. And then finally just those little black details, and then just spray the whole thing with a protective layer. A thighs, which is a Gates armor. Hey, finally Gates again. The base body had to be painted a little bit of red, because there's a little bits that were just molded in like the silvery plastic, so I had to do that. As for the thighs bits, the phone there and this punch camera. So the phone, that's just a sticker in the middle, but the rest of it's just spray paint in silver, quick and easy, nothing too special about that. This one, silver leaf, and then I just really went in there with the black pen and the tiny green and red pens. I just very carefully dotted those details out. The mask, of course, is just a sticker. This is quite not too bad to push in, but the yellow eyes on the top there, they're a little bit harder because they sort of fold down from the antennas, so that got a little bit annoying. Painted black on the back watch strap there. The shoulder pads, just the stickers, didn't bother painting anything with them. The armor piece there, silver leaf, red marker pen, and the black ink, just painting it all over. Be really careful to make sure you follow the lines, and it should look quite good. Next up with blade, I did bother painting these 3D elements. So silver, red, and the gold marker pen going around the edge. It's actually quite easy to do. The tip of the gold marker pen was quite nice. Just stickers for the cards, of course. And on the back I also painted these details as well. Torso, again, just a red marker pen on the silver. It was a little bit hard to draw on this one, and the blue paint was just done by brush. The stickers on the face were quite easy to do with blade. Oh, and these pads there, they were already this color, so I just left them alone. Hibiki, silver leaf on these pads there, as well as the armor, and then just put a little bit of transparent purple spray on there. Now, with that transparent purple spray, it can get quite gooey if you spray too much, so you have to do thin layer, wait till it dry, thin layer, wait till it dry, and just hope it goes on quite well. So this side went on quite well. This side I sprayed on a bit too thick, and it just globbed up on the edge there, so I had to remove the paint with like paint thinner and then respray the silver, and actually sand it down a little bit. You can see a bit of the marks there. From most angles it's okay, but I wish I could do that again, not make that mistake. Fortunately, I didn't do that on the chest armor there, so that entire thing is just spray painting with the purple, and then I went back with a silver paint to go back on top of that because it's just easier to spray that way. Mask, of course, just rub that sticker on. The shoulder pads I'm quite proud of, just fill in the blanks. Gold marker pen, red around the edge, and just fill in the blanks with a black marker pen, because this thing's actually started off in silver already, so Bandai already painted that, so you just have to color it in. As for these two drumsticks that they use, there is a bit where you cut the plastic where it's just sort of red, so right there it's just sort of black plastic underneath, so just white marker pen and a red marker pen just to paint, like sort of fill in the gap, and it looks pretty good. Next up, Kabuto, sticker, mask, knee pads, that they're just as is. And torso there, again, just with the red paint on top of silver leaf and then black. And then finally these bits get a little bit harder, so I just sort of spray paint these like with the metallic gold just on an angle, just to make sure it doesn't get on the side. And if there were any mess ups on the side, I'll touch that with red marker pen because that covers and melts away all other paints. And finally just with the silver paint on each side there. And I think there's a little bit, oh yeah, these black lines there, just paint those in, so nothing too hard here. The chest piece there is a little bit messed up, not that even, but it looks okay from distance. Kamen Deno, painted the center there white and the red on top of that. Silver leaf and then red on this. Kind of messed up paint a little bit there. I did mask the white area as best as I could, spray paint the rest of it silver, and then just red on top of that silver. I need to go back and cut the stickers and just apply the black centerpiece right there. And of course the mask is just the sticker sheet. These two pieces, leave them alone, and this piece was also left alone. It was already silver to begin with. Now, just starting from the top, mask is of course the sticker sheet. It's also quite easy to apply for the most part. Now the chest piece there, silver leaf and then red, and then just very careful with a very thin black pen going over those lines. I didn't get it quite accurate, but it looks okay from here. This piece here, sprayed the entire piece in the metallic gold, painted the eyes with the red, and then painted the ear areas with black. After that, got like a silver pen and just carefully go over the chains and these lines as best as I could. Still messed it up. Every time I messed up, go back with a black and just fill in the gaps as best as I could. And then these little teeth area there also with a tiny black pen, and just down the lines there. Same on the back, because I think I actually did this side better than the other one, so I should swap this around. Oopsies. On this side here with this wing piece on the leg, full silver leaf spray paint, and then on the front there, just going through there with the red pen, and then finally with a black pen just going over it. And that's a bit of a pain to do. And you see in the middle there, I did kind of messed up the artwork. Kado, now of course sticker for the face, yep, and then the sticker for these details. Some of the rest of it lying there is a sticker sheet, didn't want to bother painting that, but the other pink is all white marker pen plus pink on top of that. You can see it kind of melted just a little bit, but it gives a nice good suit look to it. And the back of the legs, silver leaf to fill in all the bits that they didn't paint. This purplish, kind of purplish blue color, bit of a mix with metallic paint. And yeah, just fill in all the other gaps with silver paint to make it look better. And finally these white lines there are white marker pen. And you see I did bother trying to paint this. It's a bit smudgy, but it turned out okay. With the Decado weapons, metallic black all over, and then apply the stickers. Now the first one I applied, I thought I can just push it down. That was a mistake. Now these green details on the side where they shouldn't be. Whereas on this one, I did cut the green decals and then really pushed them down with some pliers, and then applied the rest of the sticker. I also did a cut there. Whereas this one's far too short, it just doesn't make sense. So this sticker is pretty bad. You really need to cut it or it'll look terrible, even if you don't do any painting stuff. So. The double armor, sprayed a bit too much matte spray on that hand, pointy hands there, and a little bit of silver paint scratched off from the O's armor, whoopsies. So these pieces went over this entire piece with black spray and then gold tip, silver tip, paint those up, and I actually paint the same for lines on here and just get a little bit of that transparent purple to go on top of it. Silver line, gold line here, and of course applied the sticker, the Gaim memory stickers on there. Face stickers, painted the belt there with the metallic and green paint, same as the walls style, and then painted the gold linings on those as well, same as on the back. Oh, I did mask this side and just spray painted that with the black, nice matte finish to it, and then I just went over the silver paint brush. Didn't bother spraying that because there was a bit too many little bumpy bits on that. O's armor, I'm pretty sure in the show that all of the yellow areas have more of a matte finish. That's what I did. I sprayed over them with a matte finish after I painted in the black lines. Some of it was already on it to begin with, just going through that. Same as all these other yellow bits as well. Silver areas, or silver leaf of course, and then just went back in with a bit of green paint and get those details out. As for the red, just metallic red spray, and then add in the black lines with the black marker pen. We go around the back. I've added the black lining there, and the matte spray maybe a bit too much, but it's got that nice sort of wine gummy look to it, and I quite like it. Aside from this, there are a few other extra accessories from this. With this piece here, just the sticker sheet. But on the other side, you're supposed to apply the sticker there, just like that, and there's a big hole in there, so I had to actually filled it up with some epoxy, like mixed resin, you know, two types of putty, mix it together, fill in the gaps, so it's now a solid piece. Another piece related to this is got this little bird gadget. It looks like the can droid, but it's not. Silver leaf and red pen, that's it. Pretty easy. I honestly didn't paint too much with this. I did apply a lot of the stickers just because of this metallic blue, didn't want to bother with that, and the metallic orange is much shinier than the metallic orange spray could have achieved. Plus, you know, Didn't want different colors, like contrasting. I could have gone over some of the white bits with like a matte spray to them, but I didn't. I did paint the little Fourze watch there and finished the black linings and some black details on it. And on this piece here, I did mask that and then spray the back there in a nice black finish. Otherwise that would have been a sticker as well, which seems a bit silly to just have a black flat sticker to go on the surface just because it's molded in the wrong color. It took a bit of work. Wizard palm hands here, spray painted black, added the white and yellow and white and red, and then the rest of the body I actually left that alone for the most part. I painted a little bit of black details on there, otherwise that's just that. Let's actually start with the back. So this entire piece here, silver leaf and then silver piece like there, and then metallic red for these cape pieces, and then just went over with a black marker pen very gently, like scrubbing the surface, almost like I'm just doing like a weathering effect but with a pen. And then that was quite easy just to pick up those little details in black, so I'm quite pleased with that. Shoulder pads, just again just with the bit of red going over it. Some areas that did messed up, I just went back in and with a little bit of silver paint and paintbrush and just go for that. Silver leaf and for the armor piece, as well as silver leaf. Actually no, I matte black that and then just painted the edges with a silver pen to get that look. Yep, armor there, the black there, just very gently with a pen. A little bit of gold detail there. So this took a while to do, but it wasn't too hard, it just took some time. It was even more painful to do. This centerpiece is actually removable, so that was easy, silver leaf. With the swords I just added a little bit of silver touch there. And the mask helmet there, I actually did paint the top of there gold just to just make these stickers not stand out too much. So I painted some bit silver there on his earpiece. All the orange bits were spray painted with metallic orange, and then went for the gold and blue for the handlebars there. These pieces, silver leaf, and then just I did mask it and then spray paint that, and then just went over for the black line as well as the metallic green pen to dot there. So green pen there, black paint. These chest armors all masked and sprayed as well. On the back there, these have the metallic orange as well as the silver bits painted onto them. You see I painted the backs of these lock seats as well. Down on the leg, metallic orange, and then just sort of paintbrush gold onto it. And then the legs there, metallic orange, silver bit of paint, gold paint, and then finally some blue paint there to finish it off. So this actually took a long time to paint. This is quite hard to do because of all the different colors on it, mixing and matching. Gaim based accessory, I'm really quite proud of it. Silver leaf and then metallic green paint, and the rest is done by hand. A little bit of black brush and paint, and then red marker pen and gold marker pen for the other details. I'm really proud of this. Next up with drive, this piece there and the two knee pad pieces, I spray paint with the white primer and then just went over with the red marker pen on where it needs to be. I only applied stickers on the shoulder pads because with the toothpick way they actually got in there and the groove there quite easily, and of course just stickers on here as well. These side pieces there I matte sprayed it as well as applied a sticker there, but the rest of it is painted, just some little details there to make it look much better than just the stickers. This was also heavily painted since most of it was originally just molded in the grey plastic. Ghost armor, didn't do too much painting on this since I just applied the stickers there and got a very thin, again, toothpick to really try to dig in those lines for the orange and white details to really pop. And they do pop on these knee pads and the centerpiece there. This one's okay. I think the X-rated one's a little bit messed up, but otherwise okay. The horn piece I did paint with a little bit of metallic blue coloring in. That's quite easy because that blue area actually is bumped up, so it's quite easy not to mess up. And these eye pieces, I was nowhere going to use a circle sticker. That would have been really ugly. So I just sort of masked it, spray painted with silver leaf and then the gun metal, and then finally just go back with a black brush to go around it because it's really hard to mask a circle. So I just sort of sprayed it in that general area and just went back with black pen to fill in the gaps and then sealed it with an acrylic spray. This is fun. Silver paint on these buttons there and then just added the color on top of that. And these pieces, masking tape over all of the pink area, and then I spray painted white area with a very thin metallic blue. This is of course a sticker for the centerpiece. There was no way to avoid that, and I did paint that just a little bit. As for these pieces there, pink marker pen and green marker pen on the edge. I actually used the Gundam marker pen spray tool to spray them on, so it has a slightly different color to the rest. and then just black marker pen, very thin lining thing to go through there. Did the buttons on the back as well, you know, sprayed it all the way around, of course. And yeah, build armor, I have talked about this in the first video, but whatever. Yellow paint on the drill there, and then that one's painted on too. Did paint the watch there. Metallic red, metallic blue, and then metallic red there, and metallic blue on top of that because it's a darker color. So a lot of masking, and then finally these black areas, just repaint that and add the little sticker details, and he looks pretty awesome as he is right now. Finally, with the Fourze quiz armor, silver leaf, most of it of course, and then red marker pen for the red details, black pen and black paintbrush for the other details. Once again, I applied the stickers, but I cut out the edge and then painted the outside with the metallic blue and red colors. And same on the back as well. It was really hard to get the white there, but I got just enough to be happy with it. And unfortunately the mask there, that sticker, it wasn't like a cut for the mouth area, so some of the sticker did fold onto itself. Right along shoulder pads opened up. Again, I just kind of cut out the circle of the sticker and applied it in there, and just fill in the edges with white marker pen. Same as on the back, and on the sides there, black marker pen to fill in the other gaps as well. That was a lot of figures to go through. I am at all no means a painting expert, and the molding of the suits themselves and the armor actually made it easier to paint certain stuff. I'm currently painting through all different miniatures in the Resident Evil 2 board game, and that's a lot harder because they're not designed specifically to allow the easier paint work, whereas the suits of Kamen Rider, they were designed to be toys to begin with, so they have some tricks in the molding to make it easier to spray paint and be batch produced in the factory, which often translates to good figures and good toys. Not these miniatures though, so as much as I think my painting is improving, and it is, when I go to the miniature stuff I'm like, and this doesn't look quite right. It's not as easy, and it's a bit harder to paint than these shoulder figures. Still, hopefully you see what I did, enjoyed the video. It's a pretty long video, and I'm actually quite tired from filming because I just took a long time to film, and I was filming different videos all the way throughout the day. But whatever. Anyway, getting off track. As always, if you want to support this channel, you can leave a comment below how you think about this, or if you've painted these figures, you can share some links and photos below as well, just to see how different people have painted their candy toy figures. If you've done that, I know at least one other person who's been posting on Toys Daily Hong Kong forums that he's been painting. And as always, you can support this channel by clicking the like button or the dislike button, and leave a comment below. Share this video, head over to Patreon, support it that way. As always, take care, have a nice day. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye now.